Hey guys, how you doing today? Just a real quick video I wanted to do, which I'm recording this morning, which is Tuesday, January 5th. Wanted to give you guys an update on a couple of the Juan Pablo Montoya cars I've been working. I previously made this Juan Pablo Montoya 2011 Cars 2, the Disney Pixar Cars 2 movie, and made it with a second one with the Spin Master, Chevy 2011 Impala Spin Master car, and this one came out just as nice as the first one I made. If you follow me on eBay, it was interesting to watch the auction because I listed it. This was about a month ago, a little bit less than a month ago, 3.5 weeks ago or so, and the car sold for $69, and it sold to a gentleman who is out of country. And if I've kind of found this interesting the last couple weeks and looking into it a little bit. Apparently, if you're out of country, you can purchase a mailing address in one of our port cities. Like this guy had an address in Portland, Oregon, and the shipping that I have is just a regular shipping to Portland, Oregon, so it's in country. But then that package is held, and then it is shipped overseas to the actual buyer. And so I found that interesting. I didn't know that was possible, but it makes sense. And so, anyways, I went ahead and made another one, and I sent a second chance offer to the gentleman who came in second place with a bid of $68. And so he is in Colombia, down south, Central America, or I'm sorry, South America. Almost in Central America, but South America, and so he has a box in Miami, Florida, and so I just find it interesting how that works. But anyways, we started communicating through eBay, and he wants both of these Juan Pablo Montoya cars, and kind of made me an offer I couldn't refuse. And so, anyways, he's getting both of these. I'm shipping them out today. This one is another one I think that came out really well. There's really not a whole lot of things that are challenging on this car other than the time to cut all the little decals out individually. The decal for the hood is pretty straightforward. Everything kind of lines up nicely around the front. I've gone over this decal before. The decal set doesn't come with the little fuel door, so I have a few of those that are, in stock, so to say, and so I can pull from that. I think the only thing that may be a little bit difficult are these little side tail light that don't quite line up with the back here, and then you have to make sure that this Target logo is low enough so that you can get that in place. That's one thing that I had put these on, and I was putting this on last, and I had to go back and move this down a little bit and reorder these, the Suave for Men and the Cottonelle, because this little piece needed to go there. I needed to bring the Target one down. But, it's actually a very easy car to decal, and but, to sell one for $69 and $68, I mean, that's over $130 for two of these things. That's that's a nice that's a nice profit. Let's just say that for these cars to Juan Pablo Montoya. I did not realize how popular Juan Pablo Montoya is, especially with these people that are out of country. I mean, he's from Colombia, so anyways, this is how the red chrome Target retro car turned out. And this one also is, you know, it's a nice car. It's not difficult to make. I think the hardest part for this car, for decaling it, is just bringing this. This is all one decal here, this yellow. And when you have to bring this here and down the front, you know, you just kind of have to work it around these curves, and using the microsole helps. And once you know, you get it in there, it softens up, and then you can lay it into place, kind of tuck it underneath here a little bit. But other than that, I mean, this is a really easy car to make. Sure, it's a COT, and yeah, you know, you've got to work these decals here in the front, and I paint these little splitter cables the aluminum color, so that you know, it looks authentic. If I get that to focus there. But yeah, so this car is pretty easy, you know, pretty easy to make. It's just a rare car. And it was funny, the gentleman that's getting this is, you know, he sent me a picture of the one that he has in 1/24 scale, and so he, you know, really wanted this car, and so yeah, it is a little challenging, I guess, maybe to paint this black. I got a little overrun here on this little corner here, just a little bit, as you can see, a little bit in here in the front. But I use the paint pen here, right, going around ever so carefully. And then underneath here, you know, obviously you can't get the paint pen up underneath there. And you can see I just have a little bit. It's not perfectly straight there as it comes down this way. But anyways, I actually took this X-Acto knife. I got a little bit of black paint on the X-Acto knife, and I kind of ran it down here to get this here, and also to do a little touch up here and here. I could have used you know, one of these things, but this is really precise. It's obviously, it's not a brush, but it's very sharp and pointy, so you can move the paint into those areas ever so carefully. And that's kind of how I paint these spoilers black on these COT cars that have a different color, right? Is I use something like this. You can use a paintbrush. I mean, you know, obviously you could use, you know, something like this, and I've done that before, but it just tends to sometimes not be so precise as this. I can really control, you know, where I'm touching with this blade. So, you know, to each their own. I've used a toothpick before. You know, there's different ways that you can do that. The bottom, you know, is just your basic black here. I paint over the JB Weld epoxy, and yeah. So this car's done. It's got plenty of coats of sealer on it, and ready to ship out to Miami, and then eventually, I guess, to Colombia, because that's where he's at as a collector. I've finished this. I shouldn't say I've finished it. I finished decaling this Ryan Newman car for Mr. MB, and just need to do a little touch up here. The roof lines need to be black. Do the hood pins with the aluminum. You know, again, I just recently did this car, so I like doing you know, the same paint scheme kind of together, because you know, there's just little things that I know to do based upon what I learned on the one previously that I can apply to it. So just little things that really help out. You know, this didn't quite line up here perfectly on this front corner. As you can see, this is this blue line. If you track it, it doesn't quite match up with the hood and this side, which this is all big one decal across here. So, you know, it is what it is. It's close. It's just not perfectly lining up there. That's really, I think, the only thing that's not what it needs to be here. So these decals are a little long, so you kind of have to work them around the back and get them to kind of wrap around so they're not sticking out. But yeah, pretty happy with this car. All said and done. Today I'm finishing up this this Nets number 61 Cosgrala 2018 car, and I've left the funnest part for the end, getting all these on. Finished that up yesterday, but you can see what I've got over here. So this is the Cosgrala windshield, and I cut it up into pieces because that's what you have to do to do this right. So you can see this here, this little piece here actually comes from the side decal, because the decals from Pato don't line up. So this was all actually one decal here, that with that. It was all like that. And so this word Xfinity, you can see, is chopped. Part of it comes from the side decal, and part of it, the rest of it, comes from the windshield banner. So what I do is I cut this off, the white part here. I'll put these on like that, and then I'll trim this white decal a little bit on the side here, a little bit on the side here, until I get it to fit perfectly within the center. So these blue and red decals will go on first, and then I'll trim this to fit. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to do today. It's a little precise work, and you know, we'll get that done. But it's kind of odd. I don't recall doing that before on some of these decals. Normally the windshield banner is the windshield banner, and it's all one piece. It's all together. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case with this one. But yeah, so this one turned out really nice. I'm real happy with it. I did a little bit of a better job, I think, on the back end here. I trimmed these decals out separately, the Nets.com and the 61 and all that. This back decal is a little big, so you kind of have to do that so it doesn't wrap around the sides. But yeah, I'm real happy with this car. One thing that's a little funny, I was looking at the pictures. This and again, it's just funny how sometimes the decal set just doesn't match the car perfectly, but it's very subtly. So you can see the black dot with the white 61, and that matches the car on the track. But what doesn't match the car on the track is this. So on the roof, it's not a black circle with white numbers, it's a white circle with black numbers when I look at the pictures of the car on the track. So you know, whoever did this decal set, you know, for, not decal set, but whoever did the graphics missed that. And so, like I said, this should be a white circle, and the 61 should be black, if you wanted to perfectly match what was driven on the track, you know, for the race. And so I didn't notice that until yesterday when I was looking at the pictures, and you know, kind of popped off the screen to me. So yeah, interesting. Yeah, so I've been it's, you know, it's the beginning of the year. I've missed a few emails and just been a little bit slow with some of my videos, and also just some of the decal work, because typically at the end of the year, so I do some financial stuff. I try to have all of my, you know, previous year stuff done, you know, with getting all my tax information together, so that when all of my forms, get submitted and become available at the end of January, I can start working on my taxes. So I kind of been working that, and I'm also commissioner of our fantasy football league, and it's fun to report that I won first place. I won the championship this year, and so yeah, that's exciting. And my daughter actually came in third place. So I was spending Sunday kind of watching the games and watching them closely. And my guys pulled out the victory for me on Sunday afternoon, and so I'm kind of finishing up all of our football commissioner duties, and so I know a few of you have emailed me. I just haven't rifled through all those emails yet, and so I'll be doing that here shortly. Patos, or Patos, I should say Patos, if I'm saying that correctly now. Pattosplace is opening up here next week, so I'll be able to order some decals and to get, especially you, Mr. WH, to get your decals ordered and en route to me. And so yeah, trying to get off the ground running here in 2021. So hope you guys have a great day. Just wanted to do a quick video showing you where I'm at. And yeah, so we will talk to you in the next video. God bless, and hope you have a great day out here.